All right. Looks like we're finally in here this morning. So I apologize. We're a little late this morning. We've kind of had some little hiccups this morning. Not hiccups necessarily, but feed was feed was out this morning for the rabbits, and Hunter was having some problems getting the chickens watered this morning. For some reason, he was unable to get the waters open. So
The heck is that?
it's the boys calling.
Huh.
Hold on. Sorry about that. My children are phoning in for some reason. I don't know if that's Hunter calling.
Shoot, that is. Oh, brother.
My oldest is at Waits this morning in town, so Jessica's got to give him a call back. He's tried to call twice, want somebody probably come pick him up. So,
I was thinking it was.
anyways, yeah, this morning's kind of been one of those mornings. So I apologize. We're a little late this morning. Jessica was wrapping up a video. She was freeze drying some dandelion greens and some lemon balm, and I think she even did some stevia leaves and stuff. So we've been a little late running around this morning. Had to go check on our cows, which that's a whole nother deal. We bought a couple of steers for beef cows, and they decided to run away the first night we had them. They went underneath our driveway through the 4-foot culvert. I didn't even think about blocking it off. They walked right through that thing and up the other side of the creek and back to the neighbors where we bought them from. So she sent us a text message the next morning saying, look who came to visit, and our cows were over at her pasture again. So it's been exciting around here. So who we got in here this morning? Looks like we have got, have to go all the way back up here top. Everybody's been in here for a little bit. So Jerusha over at Gossmania, good morning. How are you this morning? And got Chris in here. Chris and Larry. I assume it's just Chris, not Larry. We're still not sure that Larry exists. He did pop in one of the videos, so I guess he does. So got Amanda, a Bare Bones Living. Good morning, Amanda. And then Jesse, the one and only mod father, in here this morning. Good morning, good morning. And RG Homestead in the house this morning. Good morning. And I'm trying to catch up here, guys, so I apologize. Got Annette in here with Apple Tree Urban Homestead. Over there, I guess it would be good evening to Annette over in Australia. Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. Good morning, Rebecca. How's the weather over there where you're at in Columbia area? I know it's been raining here the last couple of days, so seems like we can't get away from the rain lately. Good morning, good morning. Got Tony and Joni in here. Creekside Maples. They had their live 2,000 subscriber live giveaway last night, and that was pretty fun. We ended up winning some collapsible. I think they were collapsible measuring cups. So, who else we got in here? I'm trying to not miss anybody. Gathered Together's in here this morning.
Oh, those are neat people.
Yeah, they're fun people. I've seen a couple of their shows. Kind of boring, but
yeah, they need to work on that.
Cody over at Hog Deer 79 in here this morning. Why are you banging stuff on the table?
I've been busy.
Hurting people's eardrums this morning. You can scooch this way. So
I'm tired.
Cody actually won a set of knives in Tony and Joni over at Creekside Maples giveaway yesterday. So we actually sent those out, had those sent out yesterday to him. And then Multi Hunter 247 actually won the other set. So we're going to get his info and get that stuff sent to him. So, and then we got, sorry guys, it just glitched on me. So got 12 Stone Ranch in here this morning. Good morning. I think they're out of Texas, I'm pretty sure. And then Our New Land. Good morning, guys. Out of Oklahoma down there. Got Miss Nancy in here, the lovely Miss Nancy. Good
She'll
morning.
appreciate what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing?
Jessica was making some.
Hey, don't tell.
Fine, you tell.
I get to tell. So, since you're in our live stream, you get the VIP access. I have a video coming out. That's what we were filming because it just happened to end when I need to do it right now. I went and picked a bunch of big, huge dandelions that were along the edges of the garden. Threw them in I washed them very good. Threw them through the freeze dryer, and this is dandelion greens and roots all together powdered. I even text Chris with Chris and Larry Homestead to make sure that this was going to work because this is my genius plan of what I wanted to do. And it was kind of out of the box in my mind, things to put through the freeze dryer. So I had to ask Chris if it would work. And she said she freeze dries everything. So I'm not recommending that you consume dandelions or anything you forage for. I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to try it. If it makes you sick, it's on you.
So that's one thing that kind of ran us late this morning. We were trying to finish that video up, and again, the rabbits. I had to go get rabbit feed. Wyatt couldn't get the 50-pound bag out there, and checking the cows, make sure our cows didn't run away. So who else we got in here? LB over at Woman Outdoors. She won a few things yesterday. And then New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Good morning. I don't know that I've seen you before, so if you don't mind, if you have a name that you would rather go by and just a general area where you're from, we would like to know. If you don't mind sharing it, we'll put it on our list so we can try and remember who you are a little bit. But good morning, and thank you for coming in. Living in Abundant Grace Homestead. Good morning. Everybody's just saying good morning to everybody in here. Ark Wildman. Good morning. Good morning.
All right. That's what I needed. I also threw some lemon balm and stevia through. So I had to wrap that up. Now I'm done.
Annette says she pickled some onions today and made a plan of what she's going to be growing in her greenhouse, her new greenhouse.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Exciting.
Be baking some bread tomorrow and planting some seeds. Jessica baked bread yesterday, so
yeah, I got to bake again today though.
She had to make some bread yesterday, and then she's got to make some cinnamon raisin bread this morning. So today, sometime today. We like that cinnamon raisin bread. It's a rain day here again, so it can happen anytime today. So.
Yeah, I use the same recipe as my bread recipe, but I add a bunch of cinnamon and sugar and raisins. We need our bigger light.
Good morning, Janet. Over at Homestead, where you are.
There.
That's a little bit brighter.
Excuse my clean.
Good morning. Yeah, clean laundry in the back. Unfolded clean laundry.
It just made it from the laundry room up the steps.
Got Hendrickson Family Farms in here. Do you have them on your list? Yeah, because that's Michael. I'm pretty sure. Michael over at Hendrickson.
My list is
New Beginnings says Dawn is her name. So live in the country of Cyprus, an island in the Mediterranean.
Oh, that's cool.
Not a Greek island, near to Egypt coast.
Oh, I gotta check out some of your videos.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Hey, Backlash, good morning. Listening but working. Well, we appreciate it.
Where was that one that you just told me, Dawn?
New Beginnings right here.
There it is. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Jesse, thank you for posting links and stuff again. And anybody else, I think Chris and Larry, I think Chris is a mod in here also. So everybody who's posting links, we appreciate it. So we're just kind of having a live open chat today, just seeing what everybody's got going on. It's been busy around here between the garden and stuff taking off and getting new cows. Obviously the goats and stuff we're still milking goats. They haven't quite dried off yet.
Is there a mouse in your pocket?
Well, I did milk the other day. So I'm learning how to milk goats.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit.
I'm gonna post if my grandma gives me the okay, I'm posting the video. We had some family over. My grandma just turned 80 years old and she is spunky as they come. Give her a glass of wine and she's even more of a hoot. And she comes over and she wants to milk the goats because she's never milked anything in her life. I'm like, how often do I get an opportunity to teach my grandma something? Usually it's the other way around. So I'm like, let's do this. All right. So my uncle's there too. I have 2 uncles on this side, but the one says, I'm videoing. So we run out, and then she gets to milking, and she maybe gets a couple squirts off, and she says, oh, she's done. I just lost it. Like, she's not even close to done. But it was so cute, and she's such a trooper. She's so fun. My aunt also milked with us as well. She's wanting to learn how to milk, which I think is such a blessing, because her reasoning for wanting to learn how to milk is so if I'm not able to, or we go somewhere, she can help us out. And I was like, man, how selfless is that? And so she's going to be coming over sometimes this summer and learn how to milk too. It's really not hard. It's just getting the feel of it. Once you get the feel for it, it's super simple. It's just getting that down.
Yeah. So Tony and Joni has got some milling and stuff to get done before they tear the mill down and sell some stuff and pack giveaway stuff. So they've got quite a bit going on over there. I know I visited with Tony a little bit yesterday and was able to talk to him a little on the phone. So that was nice being able to visit and kind of see what was happening with everything. So good morning, Chuck. Life with Glenda and Chuck in here this morning.
He's a dandy.
Good morning. Yeah, I was able to visit with Chuck yesterday too. Talk to him on the phone.
Like on the phone, a personal, like friend-to-friend conversation. That's what I love about this, is like, it's not just a fake on the live stream. We're just friends. Everyone's friends. Like when you really develop those relationships, so you talk to people and annoy them by texting them with questions, Chris.
It's like Cody when he won the knives and stuff. I just hollered at him, messaged. I said, "Hey, send me your address." So he was able to text me his address. So we were able to get that on the way yesterday. So
Cody, is he in here?
Yeah, he's here. Hog Day 79. He's in here this morning.
I can tell you.
It should be there in a couple of days, a day or two.
I sent it straight from Amazon, so you should get it tomorrow by 10 p.m. And then I know you wanted a sticker too, so I'll get a few stickers thrown in the mail this week sometime. I'm kind of being a baby right now. I have a cold and it's kind of run me down, and it's been rainy outside, so I've had every excuse to take it easy. So by the end of the week, I'll see if I can get them in the mail by Friday.
Chris says not annoying at all, Jessica.
I just constantly blow her phone up.
Yeah. Now, if we don't have answers that we don't know, we will reach out to Chris on a lot of things. We reach out to Cindy over at Pathways Homestead.
Yeah, I called her too.
So when Chris wouldn't respond to Jessica's text message, I said, call Cindy. Call another person.
Well, he kept trying to tell me to call Chris, and I said, well, I already texted her. She's a busy. Anybody who I'm going to reach out to that is in this community is a busy person. So I shoot a text, that way they can get back to me on their own time. And he said, well, just call her. And I was like, no, she's busy. Look at this, Chris. Look. Perfect. You were right. I mean, I didn't doubt you, but it's exciting.
Tony, yes, we do have some hats. We do sell them. We don't advertise it, but we do sell them. What were they?
30.
30.
It was 30. Once it came down, and that's without shipping. That was like with tax and everything. They're not super cheap because we didn't go in and order like 1,000 of them. We ordered.
But they're nice hats. They got the nice leather patch on them and stuff. And the story behind that leather patch, guys, it was a chore trying to get that thing done the way it should have been done. And the first what was it? The sample, I guess, that they sent over looked like something. Hopefully she's not watching our live.
It was just rough.
It was rough.
And I felt really bad because I'm not a super blunt person. And I had to just say, that's not what I was looking for. And man, I know she had to have been so annoyed with me. I'm sure she did, because I was that customer. Like, we own a roofing company, so I know all about different customers. She was that customer. No, I was that customer. And I'm sure she was annoyed. Chris is texting me.
Yeah, I see that. She actually did get it right, though. It looks great.
It's beautiful.
They're fantastic. We've ordered more since the first ones. I think I have
to see what
I don't know, 7 or 8 of them in here in my closet right now. So
let me look on that,
Josh.
Chris, and I'll tell you. It ended up being someone local, but they ship it super simple. Once we got the actual layout. See, ours was tough because all of our lines on our logo were pretty faint and thin. And so that was troublesome. But once we got the layout correct on how we wanted it, she sent me the mock-up just via Facebook message. And then I said, okay. She mailed them out. I paid her via Venmo, I think.
Yeah,
and it was here in like 2 days or something crazy. So very happy with their service. I'm pretty sure
she's over in Kansas is where she's from.
Too far for us to like make sense of driving.
But it was 3 or 4 hours over there if we were to drive and pick them up. So
I'll find her name.
Shipping was super simple and didn't cost a whole lot. So that's what we went with. So, but we got Josh in here with Skinner Farms. Good morning. Good morning. So we had a lot of wind, obviously, with this last rain and stuff. We had some pretty good windstorms. It was blowing 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts the other day, and we had our 5 zucchinis that we had in the garden looked beautiful. They were huge, big old elephant leaf ears on them, and elephant ear leaves is what they look like. But Black Beauty zucchinis, and the wind snapped off 2 of the plants at the stalk, at the base, right at the ground, just from blowing them around, and snapped them off, completely wilted them. So we had to go out and resow some zucchini seeds the other day. So hopefully they'll come up before it gets too bad. But David May, Kansas City Chiefs former player, Laurent, was from Montreal, Canada. That's pretty cool. Good morning, David. I don't know that I've seen you in one of our lives before, but thanks for coming. We appreciate it. And hopefully you'll get a kick out of it, a good laugh. So, Glenn, where do you get your hats at?
Okay, I was just sending that to Chris. So, I went through a girl. She was specifically recommended to me. So who I dealt with, her name is Aubrey Scott, Aubrey Scott, and she's on Facebook. But the name of the company is, you can type this if you want, Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving.
Man, you're gonna make me actually work for it. What was that?
Wilbert.
Sorry, guys, I'm not the quickest typer. I'll do it.
Just back up. Hold on.
I'll let Jessica type it. I'm one of those chicken pecker for typers. I sit there and just have to one key at a time. So she's the computer person, not me. So we will put that in there though. And if you guys want some hats, you can reach out to her.
Wow.
What'd you do there?
Holy moly. Put in timeout. No, hide that. Holy cow. I can't even delete it.
Can't get rid of your own.
I started typing. And
sorry, guys.
Well, that's what I get for giving him a hard time. I'll get her phone number.
Oh, man.
I'll just ask her for it.
So, I'm not sure if everybody else is getting a lot of rain and stuff where they're at, but we've had a lot. Yesterday, we had 2.5 inches of rain. I actually put a grate in front of the culvert where the cows escaped the other day. So when they brought them back, I made sure I blocked that culvert off before we put the cattle back in the pasture. Well, now that creek is flowing pretty good this morning, and the grate is got a lot of the stuff blocked. So until I can get a better setup there that will actually, like a hinging gate that'll swing when the waters come up and the debris won't block up against it, it's putting a lot of pressure on that right now. Hopefully the creek won't come out of its banks this morning, but we've got more rain coming this afternoon. That's why we're not roofing today. So I'm sitting here on a live this morning, which I would have been anyways. I would have just went to the city afterwards, but that's not going to happen. So I know, just a quick plug. I think Chris over at Chris and Larry Homestead is going to go live after hours this morning. I don't think it was a scheduled live. I think it's just a pop-up live, and she's going to be doing a soap making video. So if y'all are sitting at home on a rain day like we are today and have time, you can jump in Chris's live after ours this morning and check that out. So I'm sure Jessica will be all over it.
Look at him.
Who?
Look, Jesse. He just
he finds the links.
I think
really
he like
quick.
twinkles his nose because I can't even think as quick as he types and attaches and
Josh over at
sends.
Skinner Farm says they're
It's
getting
incredible.
more rain today. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been off and on rain. I haven't had to turn my watering system on in the garden
No doubt.
since I put it in that first week. I think I watered every day for like 4 or 5 days, but after that, I haven't watered in probably 3 weeks because we've had rain, and not just like a half-inch rain or something like that. We've been getting 2-3 inches of rain almost every other day, it seems like, here recently. So
Chris says she has so much soap to make. So I made my tallow soap for the first time, and I'm anxiously waiting. I have like the week of Father's Day. It's like 2 weeks from yesterday is when I get to test it out. And as long as I like how it turned out, it smells amazing. But as long as I like how it turned out, then I'm going to make more because I ordered 3 different scents from that candle company that you use, Chris. And I'm really excited about it. But I don't want to waste it if it's a crap soap or something.
So Amanda says they get a lot of rain in the spring. They don't have a creek, but they do in the spring in their yard. So yeah, we know how that was last year. We had our creek became a river. Our creek became a river, Amanda. So it came out of the banks in both spots, both creeks on the property. We have 2 creeks. One's a little smaller and the other one's pretty good size. But
that's funny.
Jesse's YouTube met. Yep. RG Homestead, I read a lot about the rain and stuff that comes out of the sky. Not sure, as we don't get that much here in Arizona.
Don't actually get it.
Okay, so they're from Arizona. I didn't know you guys were out of Arizona, but I do now. So it's good to know. I don't know if they're on our list yet or not. They should be because they've been in here several times.
I just don't know if I have their location. I've been kind of going back and adding that, but now it's getting to where I have enough.
I don't see RG Homestead on your list.
Well, we've communicated with them a lot.
They've been in here a lot. So,
and I've seen them in other ones
so
too.
RG Homestead, we don't have your name on our list either. So if you don't mind, throw your name in the chat there so we can put it on our list so we know who we're talking to. So we got Shane jumped in here over at Great Farmer Freelance. He had his live this morning and had to run.
Every morning. I don't know how he does it. That's incredible.
I say he's on like morning 59 or something crazy. So, but yeah, his is a good live. He just kind of does a lot of shout outs in there. So Jerusha says they've been getting a little rain there. Homestead, where you are.
Oh, wow.
Same here, RG. They're in California. So Janet's in California. So they don't get much rain out there right now. Say it's been kind of a drought out that way. So
Roger at
RG Homestead.
And where did you say they're from?
Arizona.
Oh, there's a lot of Arizona people.
Chris and Nick and all those guys are from.
Is there like any Missouri people we've run into? Like, not really.
Right.
I mean,
Josh says his creek became the Mississippi River last spring.
Yeah, and he said he has video.
We'll have to go check that out. So,
no, he's gonna text me. I told him just to go to Austin's. He decided to stay for basketball.
Yeah, Shane says 59. Yeah, that's what I
you.
thought it was. He's been 59 mornings in a row going live. So I do good, Shane, just to find enough stuff to visit about in one live stream every Wednesday, let alone every single morning, which I know like a lot of your lives and stuff is just a lot of people just chatting it up and basically he pushes everybody's channels out there quite a bit. So it's good for a lot of channels that just jump in there too, because they get more people. So
we seem to kind of be going like every other week. Like 1 week is a like planned, maybe a guest topic, something. And then the next week is kind of just a free for all, which honestly are my favorite because we send out the link, people jump up, and it's not always familiar faces. So that's kind of my favorite.
Yeah.
I like to see my people.
Cody says they have some rain in the forecast. So yeah, you guys have been pretty dry down there too. I know Cody.
There you go. If anybody wants in.
Cody was in one of his lives or a video. It might have been here a while back, and there was some rain coming down on the roof, and he was pretty excited. I don't think they ended up getting much, but it was enough to at least wet the ground a little bit. So
I need to get. Is it Multi-Hunter?
Multi-Hunter 247.
I need to
I think
get-
it's Nick. I think
I
is
need
his
to
name.
get his address.
He's Creekside's supposed to get it, so they'll
Okay.
Tony and Joni will send it
To
to
say,
us
I
if he
already-
don't email us.
Cody's stuff is taken care of other than I'll send that sticker, but the multi-hunter guy I don't have. I know we know his name, but I just don't have his.
2 months,
Address.
we get 2 to 3 inches in an hour. Turns dirt roads into slippery slide. Yeah, wow.
Yep. So one thing I didn't know about dirt roads, gravel roads become dirt roads. When you're driving in them after a lot of rain like that, or like days of rain, kid you not, I had to turn on my 4-wheel drive because it was like driving in snow. It was pulling me into the ditch. I couldn't believe it. I literally had to stop in the middle of the road so I didn't go in the ditch because it was just dragging me in. And I have a Suburban, so it's not like I have like a lower car that's lighter weight or something. Like it was pulling me in. It's crazy. Touched by Yarn. Hey, I saw her
Rebecca
yesterday.
Davis. She's over in Columbia area, Missouri.
If I'm right on the name,
Mhm.
wasn't she in Danny's live yesterday? She has like the 100 subscribers and no videos. Is that the
Uh-huh.
right one? Yeah, I was
That's
impressed.
Miss Rebecca.
I couldn't believe that.
She makes a lot of stuff out of yarn
makes
and
hats.
does a lot of knitting and stuff. Cody did a video on one of her hats that she'd sent him.
Yes,
so-
and I was gonna say that too, and I
Pretty
didn't have enough time. A lot of times when I'm in other people's lives, I know I've said this, but I'll remind you again. I'm usually working and listening, so I didn't have time to like type it in. But if you send a hat to somebody that does YouTube or has an account, you could always ask them to do like a mail call like that and tag you with it.
Say most
That's
of
really
them,
awesome.
Most of them do. I've seen several where she sent hats to people and stuff, or,
yeah, here we order
or
hats.
scarves or something.
She makes it.
So,
That's cool.
But yeah, you got Jennifer with Good Times Homestead. I like the new name, Jennifer.
I told her that
So.
yesterday too.
And Zany May over at Spring Meadow Farm and Garden. Good morning.
Now, I saw
is-
yesterday in Danny's live that Zany May said they had been at this for years. So you're like a seasoned pro.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like something like 8 years or 6 years or something crazy. I'm like, that's impressive.
Josh over at Skinner Farm says a lot of people don't realize 4-wheel drive cars get sucked off the road faster than a car.
It might be, but hey, when I push that little 4-wheel drive button, all of a sudden my like my courage just goes up. Like I feel like I can drive through anything.
Yeah.
Creekside Maple
my
says
hat's
my
off
hat's
to her."
off to her. That's funny. I'm excited to go check out what other people have posted
Jesse
about a hat.
says, Rebecca, we received a box yesterday. We'll do an unboxing today.
Oh.
Oh, we'll have to watch out for that video over on Lazy Days Ahead.
You know what's funny is we had posted I'm glad that we're going to bring this up because Chris, I thought I tagged you, but I don't know if it worked. So I posted our mail call from all of the awesome goodies that we got from Chris and Larry. And oddly enough, Multi-Hunter said that they wanted one of our stickers and one of Chris and Larry's stickers. And then they happened to win our gift that we had donated in the Creekside Maples giveaway yesterday. So I'm like, well, that's funny.
And Cody
I
requested a
tagged-
sticker too.
Yeah, I'm going to put one in the mail. I tagged Chris and Larry on that. So if you want Chris, I can send you his email or mailing address when I get that.
Cody says it's the hottest May on record that they've had in the last 15 days. Over
Wow.
100 already.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
See, everybody here's whining about the rain, and I'm like, just wait a minute. Just blink, and Missouri will turn to the Sahara Desert.
Dawn, no, not Dawn. Roger over at RG Homestead. You have a good day. Thanks for coming in. He's got to
I
head
will,
out
Chris.
and get stuff done. So everybody's still saying good
If anybody
morning
wants
to
to
everybody.
jump in, I'll post the link. Have at it. That's the fun of it. I like
Say
when
there's
people
the
jump
link.
in.
If anybody wants to jump up, say hi. Let us know kind of what you guys got going on.
A new face, a familiar face.
I went out yesterday and I was working out we started working out in the shop. We have a gym
I said I
out
don't
there, a
feel
little
good. I'm
home, our
sick.
home gym is out in our shop, and we're out there working out. And then Jessica goes to check on the boys. They were on their run yesterday. They run down the gravel road. I don't know, what is it? Maybe 2 miles down to the bridge and back.
Probably,
So-
because I think it's 2 miles if you go all the way to Cloverleaf Farms. But
They
that's not
take off
coming back.
running down to the bridge and come back. And she was going to go check on Hunter because he was the one still running. The littler boys, they don't go as far, but
Wyatt would, but he
he
had a
stayed
task.
with Easton yesterday. He had to stay with Easton, our 6-year-old. So Easton, they ran, I don't know, they probably ran 3/4 of a mile to a mile yesterday. Came back, but Jessica went to check on Hunter and never came back to the shop to work out. So we did it by ourselves yesterday.
It was a huge success for me to get on that elliptical for 15 minutes yesterday.
I come back inside and she's sitting in the chair. So we got Jerusha.
Spring Meadow Farms, you see that? If you want to be an overnight success on YouTube, don't follow me. That's funny. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, how are you?
Hey. All right.
Rebecca.
Say hey.
Oh, now I saw your face yesterday. Now I get to see you again.
Scooch over.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
I'm sitting in my van. I just was listening to what you guys were saying and just like, okay, I've got to get on here.
Your latest task at hand is to figure out how to get those videos
I know.
Recorded.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to somebody about the Apple iPad my brother got from Spectrum.
Okay.
And learn how to do this because, my gosh, everybody wants to see how I make these hats.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
I
like
use the iPhone, so it works for me.
all of our videoing and editing, and not that anything we do is extra fancy by any means, but it's working. I mean, it's on YouTube, so that's at least the stuff there is all from our iPhone. So I am no tech geek. Anything tech related, I would say check out Jesse. Lazy Days Ahead. Him and Lisa are like, he's the guru. But as far as the iPhone recording, if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me. It's just together email.
I'm on a Android, and everybody kept saying, Androids, yes, they do good, but they're very technical, and I'm not technical.
I only say because I don't have an Android, and for some reason they're so different.
I say I couldn't operate an Android if somebody was sitting there walking me through it. So,
and that's probably why you struggle with the iPad. Because it seems like the Android users and the Apple users, like, it's not like second nature. It's not like you can ride this bike and you can ride that bike. It's different.
That's so true.
But
yeah, it blows my mind that there's 100 people that have joined my channel and there's nothing there.
No doubt. I worked for our 100 subscribers. We worked hard for that, and you're just a likable gal.
Thank you so much.
I think that's awesome.
I'm like, wow.
Start finding out how to put some videos up, and you'll be hitting that 1,000 mark in a blink.
I'm like, okay, fine. It's how I started this was watching Scott on Rambling with the Brums, and I was like, you're up north, it gets cold, you need a hat, and it just started rolling. Literally started rolling.
Jerusha, I think you're muted.
Muted?
Oh no,
she's not.
Not now.
All your mouth moved and no sound.
I make hats too. I crochet too on the side.
In your hands.
Looked like she had a dandelion or something there.
Calendula.
That's what I saw.
Calendula.
Wow.
I thought it was dandelions, but they look so similar.
Yes, I've been doing my best to save them this year, so I can make salves. And I have a whole.
Are you saving just the petals?
Mm-hmm. The petals.
How come you don't save the whole thing? I don't know anything about.
I dried them. I've seen people infuse with the petals, and I've seen people infuse just with the whole flower.
Okay.
I dried them, and I guess I kind of want to save the seeds too. So that's why I was pulling the petals after they dried and putting them in here.
That's awesome. Now, do you just leave them in there? Because see, I have a bunch of dandelion heads, and they're covered in olive oil, and then I shake them every once in a while and letting them sit for 6 weeks to have like a dandelion infused oil.
That's what I try to do with this one. This is my first time. So it's like, I think 30 days you let it sit, and then, or the longer you let it sit, I think the darker it gets too.
Okay. Do you do any of this, Rebecca?
I don't. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about tinctures and stuff like that. But you know, being on watching different channels, I may learn some things.
And say I'm learning, so don't follow my channel if you want to know the right way to do it. Just follow mine if you
Yeah,
want
definitely.
a
Easy.
test run.
Get beeswax and shea butter and make your own salve. So, and I bought salves from others. So, this was the easiest one to do so far to learn.
Jessica knows all about rendering beeswax. She did that with her brother's bees that he brought over a bunch of beeswax and stuff, and she had to cook it all down and get it out of there. And I think
Out of
she
the comb.
about ruined half of her pots and pans, and that's a very sticky process.
Now that I've done it, I think I could easily do it. But he brought me the honeycomb, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
And you get the wax out of it. And he said, "Do you want it?" We just don't have time to jack with it this time. And I'm like, "Well, heck yeah, I do." And so, man, I start getting with that, and you can't just dump it down your sink. So whatever, after you get it out of whatever container it's in, would you have to like cook it down so many times to filter it and get the debris out. Then whatever containers you're using, what I did, and somebody probably knows a way better to do this. I used like boiling water or scalding hot water, or I would boil that container if possible, and then run outside and dump it so that I could get all that. Because you dump that down your sink, and we'd have a lot bigger problem than a ruined pan.
You have a septic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have
So I
some
didn't do
clogged
that.
pipes. So,
But I have a nice big disc of beeswax, and I told my brother, I said, well, now we have a candle making date, because he wanted to make candles. And so I made some dried orange slices, and I told him we're going to make candles. We just haven't had a chance to do it yet. It was a mess, but it is worth it. And now I can do it less messy because I didn't know what I was in. Like I just jumped in without even testing the water. So,
I've done a little bit of research. So I was going to do it with just the petals, and I was going to do it with the head and the petals attached.
okay.
Ways just to see, because I'm learning myself.
now
I don't know if everybody's seen, but I added "and more" because when I was on that live, they were like, "Oh my gosh, that lady knows a lot." You know, so and then I put that "and more."
that's
You know, so
yeah,
you know,
everybody has a knowledge base of something that they can bring to the table for sure. I have a salve recipe that I've actually been making for years before we ever went down this path of this kind of lifestyle, and I really like it. Maybe I'll make a video of it and share it or something, because it's really easy, but it's got the calendula flowers. In fact, when they came in the mail, I thought I had gotten ripped off, because I was like, that's dandelions. My kids could have picked those out of the yard. They look just like dandelions, but when they're dried, they weren't, though, apparently. I found out. What?
I think they're in the same family, I believe, as dandelion or daisies. I think it's daisies.
They're all similar, but they have differences. And I know on one of these last live streams, somebody had mentioned that calendula and marigolds are the same, but when I looked that up, I got different information. So I don't know anything about
it. It is very different. Like it's like there's something in the petals, you know, when you pick them, they're so sticky. That's what helps with the salve, and usually marigolds are way different than the calendula. A lot of people will argue that and say
Okay, so maybe you have an answer to this. Annette says, what is a salve? So I'm going to answer in my layman's terms, and you can tell her in better. For me, I consider a salve, like in our home, we use it like a Neosporin. I can use it on chapped lips. It's just very gentle and healing on the skin. I can use it on wounds. But what would you say a salve?
in there.
Like a thick.
Like calendula. So if you make a calendula salve, it's like any store product. Calendula, this is like a homemade Neosporin. Helps cuts, bruises, wounds. So if you make a comfrey salve, that's different. It's kind of like your natural muscle rubs where you have cream. A salve is like a cream to me. If you think salve cream, so calendula is like nature's Neosporin, so Neosporin cream. And you got comfrey salve, so comfrey is like a natural muscle rub, so you think comfrey cream, like it's kind of like a cream, in other words.
Yeah.
Say that this is mine that I've been making for years, and Uh, it's got,
See if we can open
you
it.
can open it, switch me, and I'll tell you the ingredients. It's kind of getting oily. It's been a while. This one has coconut oil, olive oil, calendula flowers, beeswax. I put oatmeal in this one. I won't do that again. I was not a fan of that.
Smells good.
Frankincense, helichrysum, lavender, and tea tree essential oils in this. And like I said, we use this for
It's
everything.
yeah, Janet. It is kind of a lot like the texture of a Vaseline.
Yes,
for the most
without
part,
a
yeah.
doubt. Yes.
And Josh over at Skinner Farms Roofing,
Shea butter works with it.
it's hard on your body. I don't do it as much anymore since we own the roofing company. I don't have to physically do a lot of the work. But
We're
the crews
technically
do,
a
so
roofing contractor.
it doesn't beat me up too bad.
So if you didn't like the coconut oil, if it tends to stay oily, I've heard the shea butter works better.
See, and I have shea butter. I don't know why I bought it, but I do have it. It's just not in this. And this, like, I probably made this. This was at our house that we built. I probably made this like 4 years ago. And it makes so much that I just divvy it up into small containers and we use it as we need it. But for instance, our middle kiddo the other day was out helping him in the chicken coop, and they were building new nesting boxes for one of our coops, and he had a board that he was trying to move or something and dropped it. Had a nail, of course, went right into the top of his foot, enough where he could pull it out. So he had a little puncture wound. So we came in and sprayed it with a wound wash, which is just like saline. And then I put tea tree essential oil on it, and then the salve, covered it with a Band-Aid, and he is good to go.
I tell you one thing, a friend has told me. She's into the homeopathic remedies, and she showed me a friend. They put pure honey on a scar, and it was starting. You know how sometimes scars get inflamed and try to get infected. So she recommended her friend to put honey on it. So they applied honey to it, and she showed me pictures. Like within a day, it had lightened, the swelling had gone down, and it started like reducing in size, like healing faster. So
I need to try that because my arm
wow.
look like I am.
It looks like
A
she cuts
cur-
herself with a razor.
Because
Is
because
it
of the
hairy?
grass,
grass.
because I choose to not put on long sleeves
The
and
same
stuff.
with berry bushes and grass. I'm highly allergic to, like, the natural grasses on a farm.
Oh my gosh.
Like, hey, Bahia wise, I'll get allergies and start sniffing if we have too much and I cut too much and inhale it too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our boys are allergic. I'm Dr. Messick here said we assume they're allergic to something. Like, I don't know if grass has an oil on it, but they're allergic to something in the grass. Like, they can play outside and they're fine. They can run through the grass, they're fine. But the minute that they get their face in the grass, or an animal whose face, like our horses when we had them, has been in the grass and their face goes on the kid's face, then they start getting sneezy and
Their eyes
their
swell
eyes
up.
swell because they get itchy. And the weirdest thing, it's got to be an oil. That's why I say, because as long as they say, hey, I'm getting itchy, and they go wash their hands and wash their face or just simply take a shower, it's gone.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, we get swollen up eyes and it's weird.
It's like grass secretions, or when you cut it, like when you fresh cut it and it touches you, it's like the secretions that come out of the plant itself.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, multi-hunter,
What?
257.
I am
What part of Missouri do you live in?
We are south of Kansas City, Rebecca, about 45 minutes. So
Okay,
straight down 49. So
49. I have a sister that lives in Ottawa, Kansas.
okay. So Ottawa from us is about 40 minutes west.
Oh, okay.
We actually work over in Ottawa sometimes.
Yeah.
45 minutes or so west of us. So
anybody who was wanting my contact for our hats, her contact name, phone number is right there.
and anybody who wants a knitted hat, get a hold of Rebecca.
get hold of Rebecca. I have my email address in there.
Look up Rebecca, and you can get you a knitted hat or scarf or whatever it is. That
Ain't lunch.
I assume you make scarves and stuff too, right?
I do. Sometimes it depends on where they live. If I'm going to do a double yarn on it, because if they need to stay warmer, then I'm going to do it double.
Double layer.
Sometimes I do it knitted, and I'll do the hat as a knit, and then I'll crochet to show them that I can crochet.
Okay.
And things like that. So it could be a knit hat, because on that round loom it is knitting, because you have a purl and a knit. The purl's on the inside, the knit's on the outside.
Okay.
So I mean, on that loom it is still knitting. It's not the conventional of knitting, but it's knitting. And then I can crochet a scarf. I even make baby blankets for people that are having babies.
Okay.
I want to. So we found Nick with AZ Highland had mentioned that his son, when they butcher their rabbits, will what is it when you keep the pelt? Is it called tanning the hide?
Tanning them.
Okay, so they'll tan the rabbit pelts, and then he said his son would like make blankets and stuff out of them. And so we have some really pretty rabbit colors, and I'm like, oh, I would love to keep the pelt rather than just throwing it away. So I watched some videos, and basically all it takes is a whole lot of table salt. So if I can stock up on that, I would like to be able to, I know my kids would maybe hate it, but I want to be able to sew them together into a hat, like a winter hat. I think it'd be awesome.
You want them thick knee.
So Josh over at Skinner Farms asked how far we were from Springfield. Josh, we're about 2 hours from Springfield. We're just basically almost straight north and a little bit west of Springfield. So
everybody goes to Springfield. I mean,
MB Heritage Farms in here. Good morning. You people showing up.
All this stuff. So I'm ready to learn again. Okay, there you go. See, Rebecca, you gotta get them videos going.
Annette.
Oh, I know I do. And I better get off here. We're sitting at the bank right now, and probably going to be asking, what are we doing here?
Creeper, they've been here too long.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right,
See you,
bye.
Rebecca.
Okay, bye.
Annette asked if we have a P.O. box.
Yes. It's on a P.O. box, but I can put it in here.
I say we do have a mailing address.
Here, I can kick you out, Rebecca. That might be easiest. It's so hard when you're on the other end, you're like trying to find how to get out. I struggle with that. Our address is.
Look in a minute, baby. Might have ate them already.
Josh says he met up with Jan from Jan Homestead a couple weeks ago when he was there. So Josh, are you from the Springfield area, or were you just up in the Springfield area visiting?
I guess.
Okay.
That's
That's all right. So there is our address. Obviously not to my home. It's not a P.O. box, but it's our business address. So
That's our mailing address. So everybody in the chat, just go ahead and send something there. And no, I'm just kidding.
Send us all your
a sticker.
Good things. No. Yeah, I said it in our mail call, but holy moly, I felt like I really gypped the people that we sent stuff to, because both Chris and Larry and Jesse and Lisa like sent us this overflowing box of goodies, and I'm like, a sticker and a soap, like, oh man, I gotta up my game.
I say she's gotta definitely up her game on what she's sending out.
Well, whenever I get out of the house or whatever and I see something good, I need to start like stockpiling, and because obviously we'll start doing giveaways and stuff too.
Yeah, I've been grabbing like hats and stuff that are on sale to put stuff on.
Go grab me another cup of coffee real quick. Did you need one?
Yeah, I do. So, Jerusha, you're going to put your calendula in an oil, and then you're going to make a salve with it. Is that your only plans?
For now, with the calendula. And then I've seen a calendula tincture that I'm going to look up. I've seen a few people make and see how that consists of the process and everything. Might try to make that.
Chris, you're on. I will take you to lunch when you visit. Especially if you come all the way to Adrian. I got the best place to take you. But I don't think you're coming all the way to Adrian. I think we're meeting you. So, Somebody's waving.
A little girl.
I saw her pass through.
See, I'm too short.
Oh, there she is. Now the tincture thing, I haven't done tinctures, but I just recently saw in my books about making tinctures, and I saw it like vodka. Is that
There's vodka. Yeah, vodka is mainly, I think, the prime way to make tinctures. With most of them that I've seen, and I've only researched a few because I've seen so many. Like the main one I want to try is the turmeric tinctures, which is basically like a natural Tylenol. So that's the main one I really want to look into getting done, because I've actually purchased some rare turmeric, which is blue turmeric and green turmeric, which is supposed to be a little bit more. I don't know. They say it's better than the blue is better than like the orange.
Like you buy like a dried turmeric already or something?
Yeah, I think that you basically ground it up and then you put it in the tincture, or let pieces, dry pieces of it soak. So
interesting.
Thanks, Josh.
With a tincture for a headache, do you just put it like under your tongue? Do you put it topically?
Yeah. I've seen them do it under the tongue. I think I've seen ones with, when you do like natural help with peppermint, lavender, and on the back of your spine.
I do that with essential oils.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have essential oils, and you apply them to the back of your spine to reduce fever and stuff like that.
Wow. Wendy Benjamin from Nova Scotia.
She's over there with Tony and Joni.
That's awesome. People from everywhere. It's so funny that you said that, Jesse, because we actually just watched
the first Rocky last night.
Not for the first time, but the first Rocky last night. And I don't know what
it was our kids' first time.
Yeah. I don't know what we subscribed to, but to watch all of them free, we could subscribe to something. And usually when you click OK, you'll get it free for 7 days. Then it wants your email and you set up a password and all this stuff. It just went. So I'm like, okay, I don't even know who's getting charged for this. It's one of us. What account? How do I turn it off? But I said, well, we'll just have to watch all the Rockies in 7 days. So we need to start it earlier tonight, though. We started it last night at 9:30.
Ernie Hatmaker.
Absorb faster under the tongue.
Oh, tinctures under the tongue too. Absorb. Well, hey, somebody tell me what tinctures you're using. This is all new to me. I am not, FYI, just legal disclaimer.
Ernie's
Nobody is recommending that anybody takes a tincture. Nobody is recommending how to use these things, just what we've learned through other people. So if you take it and you get sick, it is on you. You're like listening to a kindergartner here on how to do algebra.
You're learning.
This is all just stuff that I'm reading and learning from other people's experiences. Don't listen to my advice because it's not advice.
I'm just the little
guinea
pig. I get tested on. So
we went, same with you saying essential oils. They'll be like, no, yeah, use at your own discretion.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. That's so crazy. People will just do what anybody else does, and then if they get sick, they can come after you. And I'm like, I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not telling you what to do because I don't know.
I do believe in the elderberry. That stuff helps out a lot, but that's still using.
You know what I've learned with that though? So you go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say the only thing I'll prescribe is Jesus.
Yeah, right. I'm sure on that.
Yep.
The elderberry. So I was cooking it down to make, which I hate that they call it elderberry syrup. It's a juice, but whatever. I was cooking it down and making that. And then one of the guy that we bought this house for had mentioned that actually for him, he said that, he just pops one or two of the little elderberries frozen that they harvested and like a pill each day or whatever. And I know there's a lot out there. Don't do that. It can make your stomach, give you the runs, that kind of stuff. But he made a good point. He said when you cook it, you're removing its nutrient dense properties, which is so true amongst other things. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I looked it up and I did find that information. You know, you can find anything you want on Google, true
You
or
basically
not.
cook out all the vitamin C and stuff that's in it.
So I don't know if I'll keep. I don't know. I have people that still want elderberry syrup, so I'll probably still make it to sell it. But whatever elderberries that we harvest this year locally, I will probably just freeze and pop one
eat a
or two
couple a
each
day.
day.
I
Yeah.
just
We'll start with one a day.
make it into a tea. So when you rehydrate it, you know, it still has some properties. Might not be as bad as cooking it down, but they do
You
teas.
said rehydrate, and I just changed my whole thought process. I am not going to freeze them. I'm going to freeze dry them.
Freeze dry them, and you can dehydrate them when you make teas. So then that keeps their properties.
I need to get one of those little tea balls. I used to have one, and it broke after 100,000 uses. But I really liked my lemon balm in my tea the other day. I'm so disappointed that I never knew about lemon balm until this year. And I stupidly put it in a pot. That stuff is like perfect big. I need to like put it everywhere.
Yes. And then lemongrass isn't too bad either to have.
That's what Chris said. And I don't know if that wasn't in I had bought like a heirloom herb garden seed kit. I don't know that lemongrass was in there. So that'll be on the books for next year.
Lemongrass, also
Everybody's going for that.
chamomile
Chamomile.
meal.
Yeah. Josh was asking if anybody was going to the Kentucky meetup, which I know we're not going. I would like to.
Listen, we're
but
hooked to this
we've got
homestead
so
like a
much-
ball and chain.
Is
Right.
that
Being in milk, it's awful hard to get away. So
is that the one with Teresa and the homestead picnic? That one or
I think that might be the one he's talking about. There's a meetup in Kentucky. I forget where at exactly in Kentucky, but it's coming up.
Oh, Jesse,
It might be in
and
August or
Chuck,
something.
Lisa,
there's one in September with
Jen.
Oak Ridge Farm, and they're really
Leave Jessica at home and go.
Every time you talk, it mutes her.
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Are you fixing to braid that hair?
She wanted me to, and I need a brush.
If the Lord ever gives me a girl, someone's gonna have to post some how-to video on how to braid hair because
I
I'm like, can we spike it?
they love their hair braided. She's asking too now.
Man, I don't know how to do that.
There it is.
I wish I
Heartland.
could braid my own hair.
It's the Heartland Homesteader Meetup, Grand Rivers,
That's it. Yeah.
in September.
Stringfield.
September 10th. Lord willing, I will be on a mountain chasing elk
Not on
September
the
10th.
10th?
I'll be
Okay.
headed out.
Are you?
Yep.
So
The
you will
10th.
miss Casey and Ronnie's wedding?
Yep. We leave on the 10th to go to Colorado and chase elk for a week in the mountains. So
You know where I'm going to be on September 10th? I'm going to be the most nervous wreck I've probably ever been. My stepsister is getting married, and I do photography on the side. Like, I am no photographer big time, none of that. And I refuse to do weddings because I'm like, if I screw up your family photo shoot, if the lighting isn't right, if I have whatever, we can redo that. You can't redo a wedding. And so she wants me to do her wedding. And I just said, well, as long as you have no expectations, okay. I've never shot a wedding. So
Annette
I'll be a
says you have
mess.
3 boys, Jessica. I would like to send them a hand crocheted blanket each. We do have 3 boys, Annette. We have Hunter, our 12-year-old, and then
What is this?
Wyatt is 10, and Easton is 6.
Going
soon to
on
be 7.
20.
And
got
Hunter
the
is going to be
biggest son.
13 in August. So
I'm sorry. Good night.
Chris says that's their county fair date.
yeah, I would like to go, but honestly, it's
So
it's just
Annette
probably not going to
crochets
happen.
too.
It's
I have
really
to keep
hard.
leaning to see this
I
side
can
of the
see if
computer.
somebody
Sorry.
pops up. So
We might go. We're not sure yet.
I'm just hoping to be, Lord willing, like I said, I'll be in Colorado chasing elk. Last year I got sick with COVID really bad and was unable to go. So all I got to do last year was talk to him on the phone and sulk in my misery.
No, I was so grateful he didn't go. Listen, if he would have went on that hunting trip, I don't believe he would be sitting here next to me today.
No,
the Lord
I
spared
probably
us
would
from
have
losing
died
him.
had I gone. I had blood clots in my legs and my lungs, and I was in a bad way.
Yeah, it is bad.
I would like to go.
Yeah,
We'll see,
Michael says he'd like to go.
with it being in September, our goats should be dried off, so technically I would be able to go, but I'm not going to miss my sister's
Well,
wedding.
that and work. Our work tends to usually pick up in those fall months too, so we usually get pretty busy come September, October, November. So
I do photography too. That's what I used to do to make side money. And then now I don't do it as much, but I do it for every once in a while.
Yeah, well, see, that's kind of mine too. You know, I started it, I just enjoyed photography, but then it got to where friends were asking me to shoot this and shoot that, and finally I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna upgrade my equipment because I'm using it, but I'm gonna have to charge. Like, I can't keep doing it for free, and which everybody was game for. It's not like anybody fussed about it, and I do it. I have like kind of busier seasons, and then not just because I don't have a setup. It's not what brings the food to the table by any means, but I just do it enough to enjoy it.
I enjoy it. And then I started doing some weddings, and I got a few people that didn't remember what they told me because they had one too many, like,
Ooh.
and I'll give you this if you stay longer. And I had a few of those where, oh, you owe my mother money. I didn't agree to this. I'm like, well, you said yes. I was that. But so I take backup, like my husband with me for, like, verbal edge. But, I learned not to do that no more. So, and it kind of beat the joy for photographing weddings out of me.
Right.
So I like doing families more so. And my dad he portrays Santa. And I did a lot of that for a long time.
See, I definitely prefer an outside family photo shoot. That's where my comfort zone is. I've done some newborn shoots and had to do them inside. And I'm just like, man, they're not my favorite. I struggle to get more of what I'm wanting in that. I mean, I can pull it off, but it's just not as good.
Well, then you have to be on a tight scheme and edit so many. I do it for friends, like people I used to work with. I did small weddings for them, and it's not so stressful. But I
it
enjoy
doesn't stress me out at all.
Ugh. It stresses me out. Anybody else wants to jump in with us? You're welcome. I think we can fit like 10 people on here.
I'm gonna say we have the paid version of StreamYard, so yeah, I think you can go up to 10 on
Not
it.
by
So
choice.
we did it last minute because our computer was telling us that it wouldn't support something and we had to do something else. So we jumped on and paid for it real quick for the year's subscription. So
It was like minutes before we were supposed to go live on one of our like first few lives. And I'm like, just put in the credit card, just go. And then everyone else is like, oh no, we use StreamYard all the time and we don't pay for it. I'm like, well, I've paid for it this year.
there you go.
Michael, we have not done an evening live yet. We have kicked it around. We still haven't jumped in and done it, but we had thought about doing like a Thursday evening live once the kids and stuff were in bed.
It's
Mitchell, sorry. I keep calling him Michael Mitchell. But we haven't yet. So we may still kick it around because we know that a lot of people can't jump into our morning lives that would probably be able to make the evening live. So, and in a year's time doing one live a day or a week, I don't think that we would ever get to our watch hours if we ever did hit 1,000 subscribers and needed 4,000 watch hours to be monetized, which again, that's not our goal, but if it happened, great.
Hey, if
So we
I'm
would have to
knocking
do
on the
more
door,
lives for sure.
if I'm knocking on the door to that goal, I'm going to kind of
Oh
push
yeah,
through to
we
hit that
would
goal.
be doing just like everybody else does and doing pop-up lives and things like that to try and make that happen. So
Oh, see you, Jesse. See you, Lisa.
We do the Friday evening or like early evening. It's easier for us. And my husband, he gets up so early during the week, so it's a lot easier for him just to talk to people versus being too tired too late in the evening.
If we do an evening live stream, it would be more of like a pop-up live, just because we have a busy. Okay,
Chris
it's Olympian
says-
is giving me a ride to Austin's
I don't
house.
You,
what sense did you pick up?
The pop-up.
no,
She's talking.
homesteading,
I was just talking about for my soap. So I
Ah.
did some kind of tropical something, and then some kind of lemonade something, And then I did the Abercrombie Fierce, which I am so against all this, probably full of chemical crap. But I think the boys would enjoy the Abercrombie Fierce one. And unfortunately, one of them, I think it's the Abercrombie one, was open a little bit or something because it leaked all over the bag. And I was like, oh, rats. But
Yeah, Jen, it's hard to get watch hours.
I got to run and grab
without.
Hunter.
Okay.
That,
It's all me, huh?
It's all you. Take it away.
It's hard to get the watch
That's
hours
fine.
without doing lives. I know ours were real slow moving. I'm gonna move her chair so I'm not like off centered here now.
we're still not monetized, and we have 2,000 subs because I don't do a lot of lives.
It's tough. I mean, without the lives and stuff, you're people like the average watch time on a
That's your
30-minute
internet.
video might be, sickening to some people. You can take my phone if you want. So you have one. Because you'll do a 30-minute video and think it's a really good video, and then you go and you watch the average watch time on it. It might have 100 views, and the average watch time is 4 to 7 minutes out of the 30. So you just don't get a whole lot. Chris says she never did a live to get monetized. So how many subscribers did you have though, Chris, before you got monetized, like on your watch hours and stuff, without doing lives? Because we're obviously, I think, 670 subscribers right now. We don't do we haven't done any advertising really though. So we may start doing a little bit of that on Facebook and Instagram type stuff. But
I tried that, but
we had 1,100 subscribers. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because I don't know that I'd ever have the watch hours with 1,100 subscribers right now.
advertising, I just share our videos, but
Mm-hmm.
I tried advertising. It want to be in cost. If you don't hit that right algorithm, it's going to cost you.
Yep.
Weird how it works.
Well, Chris seems to have the algorithm down because she does do some advertising and stuff, I know. And when we started following Chris's channel, they were just over 7,000 subscribers. And I want to say they're bumping 10,000 if they haven't already went over 10,000 subscribers now.
We were
So,
looking into maybe doing like Facebooks where you like load your videos on Facebook too.
mhm.
I see like a lot of the ones that have 10,000 up have been loaded in that way.
Yep. Steven over at Mr. Boots and Bounty says, good morning. Glenn and Jerusha.
Hey.
Chris says they have homeschool video. We have a homeschool watermelon video. It's 31,000 views.
That's what gets you the time. Sometimes is when one goes like over so many thousand views.
Yep.
Tens of thousands of views. You get
Is that like a watermelon video, Chris, where you guys exploded a watermelon with rubber bands? Because I know a lot of people watch that.
yeah.
Christmas decoration video with over 50,000 views. Yeah, that's just crazy. People will find. I don't know. For me, I don't search like how to decorate with Christmas decorations. So for something like that to go over 50,000 views is pretty crazy to me. Yeah, Jen, buy a watermelon. That's what I'm thinking.
Counter
Buy a watermelon or something, explode
Right.
it with. Let my kids explode it with rubber bands or something. Probably get a lot of views there. So
I'm trying to
I'm
clean
gonna
up
throw this
grease.
again too. So, Jerusha, how's your garden doing?
I wish it would be like we already harvested our red potatoes. That video is about to come out. We planted, I guess you'd say, 25 pounds of 50 pounds of red potatoes, and I got about 150 pounds back. I probably would have got a lot more if we tilled a lot more over it, but it got so hot so quick here, we had to go ahead and get them out of the ground because some of them were rotting. I would get more cucumbers if I didn't have a deer eating them occasionally. She'll gnaw them down. And then my in-ground garden is doing really well. I have like little cucamelons coming up really good. Let's see, do I have one over here?
I'm Mr. Chuck this morning. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, Jerusha. I don't have but a minute. I got babysitting today.
Another fellow Mississippian.
Two Mississippians in Arkansas. What? There ought to be a joke about that, right? No, I'm having to keep an eye on Tiny Girl today, so there's just no telling with her. Look, I just Jerusalem just got some rabbits, and
Yes.
we just got some rabbits, and we're here with
And
the
we got rabbits.
You got rabbits.
and you,
And the one white.
and one white one. Yeah, we need to get that out the house. I think it had fleas. I guess I didn't even think about all that, but
Was it in her ear?
Dust it with diatomaceous earth. If it's in the ears, Chuck, it's probably ear mites.
That's what I was trying to say. Ear
Yeah.
mite.
well, the only reason I say that is that it's fleas is because my little girl Riley Lane, she just she had some bites on her arm, like all on her arm right there, like little bitty bites. It looked like flea bites.
Huh.
And didn't have it until we got in. He had that little rabbit in the house because it's not his. He was taking care of it for somebody. But I think it's gonna have to go outside. It's gonna have to go outside in the pen with the other ones. 'Cause I ain't having that.
So Chris is saying that it's ear mites, Chuck.
She's saying it's ear mites that'll cause the bumps on that'll bite like the baby arms.
That's
They-
what she's
they will-
saying.
Please, yeah.
She says put mineral oil in its ears to get rid of them.
Okay, I got mineral oil.
So rub it on the inside of its ears and stuff, and down in there, and that'll get rid of your ear mites.
Okay. Chuck needs some calendula. Hey, I think I got some of that too. Man, I'm just getting all kind of good. I just didn't know ear mites would cause would come out and like bite, make little bites on you.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Okay.
can.
Hey,
We can handle that.
Spring Meadow Farm and Garden. I got my blue turmeric off of Etsy, actually. If you could email me at gossmania@yahoo.com, I can send you a link to the people I got it from.
So Chris says the mites will bite people if they're handled. So
Okay. Well,
she says
I
she's
think-
having her.
okay. Well, I'm gonna get some mineral oil and just rub it in their ears.
Yeah, put it on the inside of their ear and down in there. You might use a Q-tip or something to get it down in there a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, down in there and rub it all on the inside of their ears.
Dropper or a syringe, sometimes you could kind of slowly get it in there.
Okay. Well, I got some of that mineral oil, so I'm gonna.
I
Yeah.
had who had it bad years ago. I had a female bunny and a male bunny before. We only had one child. And my male would get ear mites so bad, he would get like crust in his ears, and I'd have to treat him pretty often.
I picked the white rabbit.
So Mitch
Yeah,
was-
don't cook the rabbit no more till we get it
Mitch
treated.
was asking what time Chris was going live for her soap making video, and I'm pretty sure
See, there's a little boy.
she went live right after our live stream this morning. So correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I didn't think that was her plan. So
Okay,
so Chuck, did you decide if you're gonna
hold on.
use your chicken tractors and put your rabbits up off the ground, or you're gonna put them on the ground, or
Hey, after what you told me, I'm putting them up. I don't want to deal with all that mess.
and I don't know if that's a big issue, Chuck, having them on the ground. I've just heard that it's easier for them to get the ear mites and things like that when you have them on the ground.
Okay.
It's easier for them to get those kinds of things. Like I said, we haven't dealt with it yet with ours. Now, we've only raised rabbits for a little over a year now. We've not had to deal with it. I know Jessica's uncle and her aunt, they did, but like I said, theirs is a colony style. So all their rabbits are on the ground. They had them in some rabbit tractors out in the grass and stuff. And they did have to deal with some ear mites. So we just
Let
have
me ask you a question. Can you actually see the mites? Are they?
Yeah, If
Yeah.
they're well developed, you could see them. They look like little baby ticks, like little bitty ones. And
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you'll
just
see
take
it'll
your
be
ear and
the ear pretty good.
okay. All right.
oh,
Because I, you know, sometimes, well, with these eyes, I can't see no. I had to get my son to look, but I can't see worth the flip anymore.
Chris says treat them every 4 days for 3 weeks. Chuck.
Every 4 days, 3 weeks. Okay. Thank you, Chris. I knew I could get some help on here. Me and Jessica, they raise them rabbits and pretty good at it. So
sorry.
I knew-
I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to keep up with the chat. The chat's kind of flying here. Chuck jumps on and the chat's going crazy on me.
I'm
So
sorry.
everybody sees Chuck's fame and his
Yeah.
and has to comment. So I'm trying
They
to
hear
keep,
rabbits is what it is. They hear rabbits. and everybody likes, if you got a problem, everybody likes to tell you how to fix it too.
Yep.
But I'm all about that. I want to, with the oil in the ears, they will shake their head. It's okay. It spread the oil everywhere. See, I'm learning some stuff. I am learning all kind of stuff. Scabby on the inside.
I think most every homesteader's had a rabbit, so that's a good thing. You get some knowledge.
Yeah, I've never had one. I don't know if we've ever had one, even growing up. We may have had one, but I don't remember it. Of course, it was past history.
like I said, this is the first time we've ever raised rabbits, and I've really enjoyed it. We actually have 16 of them out there right now that are ready to be butchered, but I've got 2 more litters out there now that I haven't counted exactly how many is in them because they're still just a few days old, but I know there's at least probably between 6 to 9 in each of those 2 litters. And then the other 2 rabbits I thought were bred didn't end up having babies. So Jessica she wasn't successful getting those 2 bred. So we're going to have to rebreed those. So
Okay.
they didn't.
But see, I'm gonna have to learn all that kind of stuff too, Glenn. I need to go back. Well, I don't need it right now, but when it comes that time, I'm gonna have to go back and watch your video that you made, your little hook thing, your V thing.
Yep.
And see how you do that.
I think the title on that video was DIY Rabbit Dispatching System, and that when I built that, it has the dispatcher on there, and then it also has. I bought some little cable that have a little loop on them, so you can actually hang 4 rabbits at a time to butcher them. So it works out great for me. You know, I can butcher 4 rabbits at a time, and with those 16 that are out there, it may take me an hour maybe to butcher them. So we got the one and only Miss Chris.
Hey,
Hi,
Chris.
guys.
Good morning.
Chuck, rabbits are so easy.
Pull that door
Good.
shut, okay?
When we raised red-eyed New Zealand's for years and years, and lops and lion heads and that, we bred always on the first of the month, so I knew that I would have babies by the end of the month.
Okay.
So I just because rabbits don't go into season until you put a male in with them, so
Okay.
they don't have a season, so you don't have to pay attention to whether they're in
Now-
heat or not. You make them go into heat. So we just wrote on the calendar every month on the 1st. And
Let me ask you a question. I was seeing somewhere that you got to bring the female to the male.
Yes.
And can you, like, we have 2 females in one pen. Because I heard or read or somebody told me that they like the companionship. Even after they have babies or
I don't. I have all of mine individual.
individual.
Yeah, and you do bring the female to the male because if you bring the male to the female will kill the male.
I say they're very territorial. They're like a mother with her child.
How long do you leave them in? I know. I'm not going to stand out there and watch until I know everything's
It don't
done.
take
It's really fast.
they look like they die.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I've seen
the
that.
males yell. They eek. We call it the eeking, and we let them eek 3 times. And sometimes it's 5 minutes.
Okay.
3
So
times.
you don't leave them in there for days.
No, 30
No.
minutes, and then I move my male to my next pen on the 1st. Is how I do it.
I'm just saying if they don't end up like with ours, if they won't, we have a couple that don't like, they kind of fight it a little bit. So they'll just run and run and run circles. And if they don't end up breeding that morning, we'll usually go back out that evening and put them back in.
Yes.
Because just them trying to breed that morning might put them into heat and make them want it that evening, and then it's easier. So, but it don't usually take long. So once they're in there, they usually just do what they're supposed to do, and they're done.
Right. And that's exactly what I was going to say. We do a double breed on the first of the month. So in the morning, I'll go through and breed everyone with the bucks, and then in the evening, we'll go back out and put them back in for 10 minutes or so with each female.
I got it.
And then that way, like Glenn said, if they go into season at that point, then yay. And then if they don't have babies, we just schedule them for the next month again, but I always do it on the first because that's how my mind works. And I know that I'll have babies by the end of the month.
And it takes them like 28 days or so?
Yeah, depending on the breed, some of them are a little bit less and some of them can hit up to 31 for the different breeds. But yeah, 28 days is the average.
And then how long after they have the babies, they're called kits?
Kits, yeah.
I want to make sure I get the right terminology because I don't want to look stupid. No comment, Glenn. So how long after they have the babies until like you put them in? I think Glenn may have told me, but after you put them like in their own little pen, like
we will a lot of times we'll leave ours in a lot of times with the mom until she's about to give birth on her next litter. Because we breed every 6 weeks, so you can actually breed after 5 weeks after birth, but we wait 6 and give them an extra week. But we'll leave them in and take them out right, a couple of weeks or so before the mom's going to give birth to the new ones. That way, the bigger ones obviously aren't in there and stuff. We'll just move them to another pen. So
about 2.5 months.
Yeah, see, and I leave mine. Like I said, I do it by the month. So for me, I will rebreed that mom in the next month. So she'll be 4 weeks out from giving birth, and then she'll have babies again a month later. So the babies will be 8 weeks old. But a lot of times I'll move those babies. I'll just watch and see whether they're eating regular food or whether they're still trying to nurse, and then figure out what works best for that mom and her litter.
Yeah. So a lot of times ours are about 8 weeks when we move them out of the pen from the mom. So that they can be moved out earlier. I mean, you can take them out of there usually around 5 weeks and move them over because they're usually eating solid food and stuff by then. And you can move them out, but Jessica doesn't feel she thinks it's mean to take them too soon, so we end up leaving them a little bit longer with mom. So,
well, I'll probably be texting you because I got to be hands on. I can hear this and I understand what you're saying, but until I actually do it, I won't know exactly what I'm doing.
Like I was telling you yesterday, I'll do a video sometime, Chuck, soon on sexing the rabbits so you can tell which one you're looking at.
Appreciate that.
So
I need all the help I can get.
For females.
Do y'all trim their nails at all to keep them from having too long of nails?
We haven't yet. I know that you should. We have not yet.
See, I don't know if we have 2 males or I definitely have. But I don't know if the other one is a female.
About to get them?
Yeah, I'm about to get off.
I had to gender visualize them. A little bitty one with the camera, but I know one's a boy, and I think the other one might be a girl, but I'm not sure. So, but their nails are long, and they're kind of scratching the kids. I'm trying to keep them, socialized to where I don't get any mean ones. I did have a very mean female. That's why I'm trying to keep them well socialized. My male was so sweet, but my female, she would and tried to bite me all the time. My old one. So I want to keep.
I ain't having that.
Those kinds have a freezer camp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not having that.
Go before we even homestead pet, and I'm like, I can do another female like this.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that like to scratch and stuff. And a lot of our rabbits get handled pretty regularly, just so they're a little bit friendlier. Even the little ones, we try to at least pet them and handle them a little bit, so that they're just not hard to handle. But
These
Yeah.
Hey,
are
Glenn, I'm going to drop off and let y'all have it.
you're good, Chuck.
And I appreciate all the information. I'm going to leave it. I'm still going to be in the chat, but
Chuck, if you need my number, just message Jessica and Glenn.
Okay.
They've got it.
okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, watch the ears though. They start to get real scabby, and then you know you've got mites in there. But the mites will bite, but don't worry about them. They won't stay on the kids. They'll chew up the kids a little bit, but they won't stay on them. They can't live on humans.
Hold on just a second. I was going to show you.
Anybody in the chat that wants Chris's number, just shoot me a message.
Hold on. I don't, you
Yeah,
can't see it.
that's what it looks like. It looks like it's just from handling.
I can show
Okay.
Normally, rabbits don't get a lot, especially domesticated rabbits don't get fleas often, but you can diatomaceous earth the rabbits too.
Okay.
And just check. You'll be able to see the fleas like on a dog, how you can check, in their armpits and their groin area. And yeah, because the fleas will hook right behind their ears and that.
Well, we treat our dogs,
treat our dog.
and we
You do?
generally, after we treat them, we generally don't have any issues whatsoever with the dogs or fleas or anything. And when they brought the rabbits in, that's when it happened. That's why I said it's got to be the rabbits.
And that's probably it. So just, I wouldn't worry too much about. I think it's probably ear mites, but
Okay.
it can happen.
I'm sorry, Jerusha.
tiny like a red bug. Have you ever remember seeing like little red bugs as a kid that would nip
Oh.
at?
In my picture.
Yeah, I hate red bugs.
Yeah,
No,
but
you don't need to.
it
Give
bit
me
my-
that phone.
Just say in my picture.
He's 100% grandpa. That's all.
Hey, she takes after her grandma, Lily. Right.
Bless you.
Latin.
All right. Look, I'm getting down, so I don't have to deal with her.
Latin.
We'll see y'all.
See, Chuck.
All right, I'm going to escape too because I'm going to get set up here to get soap started. And
I gotta cook too and charge my phone.
Well, you guys have a good morning, and Chris, we will see you in your live here shortly.
yeah,
doubt-
I'll probably be about a half hour before I get it up and running, but we'll get
Okay.
there.
So, what time is it now?
It's 8:30 my time. I think it's 10:30.
About 9 o'clock your time, about 11 o'clock Central Time,
It's
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
I just got to get everything I'm missing some things. Grayson was helping, but that doesn't mean her
Little-
helping was 100%. Yeah. She kept wandering in and grabbing things and putting it on. So I've got to find everything before and get it set up.
life. Where'd this go?
Yeah.
He had it a minute ago.
Exactly. So I got to get it all figured out. But yeah, so I'll be on in about a half hour. So you guys, we'll see you soon.
See you, Chris. So, well, that was that. So, if anybody else has any other questions, wants to jump up, I'll post the link here again real quick. If anybody else wants to jump on, say hi and kind of let us know what's going on where they're at. If they have any questions about the rabbit stuff, obviously you can jump on. So we'll hang out for a couple more minutes here. And then if not, obviously, if you guys didn't hear that just now, but Chris will be live here in about 30 minutes doing a soap making video. So Jerusha, you're most welcome. You can jump on anytime you want. So we appreciate you guys coming on and visiting and just learning what we can learn from other people also. So I was out yesterday in the garden after I went out to the shop and did that. I went out to the garden because Jessica was she was feeling down still because she's a little under the weather, but I went out and pruned all of our tomatoes and pepper plants and stuff in the garden yesterday, pruned all that stuff up so that they don't get blight and any diseases on them, got all the leaves and stuff trimmed up off the ground. So got Jen over at Good Times Homestead.
Woo!
Morning.
Well, I'm going out to check the chicks because we're supposed to get thunder in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
We gotta check them. And can I switch my camera around, or I'll just go like this?
I'm gonna say I can hear you really well, Jen. I cannot. Your video keeps going in and out. It's pausing and
How's that? Well, I walked away from
your
the
chicks
house.
now.
There's the chicks.
So you got some younger chicks there. Are those meat birds or are those?
No, they are laying hens.
Okay.
And they're about a month old, and they're gonna escape now.
So they've got a few months before they'll start laying still.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got
they like to.
we've got some Rhode Islands that we bought a while back, and they finally started laying. But we're probably getting close to 3 dozen eggs a day right now out of all of our chickens. But the Rhode Islands have finally started laying about nine eggs a day. I've got 13 hens in there, so they're not all laying every day, but it will happen.
That's a lot. I've got 10 Rhode Island Reds coming in July, along with 25 guineas. So I'm seriously terrified.
The guineas, when we first bought this place, we bought some guineas because this place was just loaded with ticks. You couldn't walk across the yard without getting ticks all over you and stuff. So I was dead set I was going to get some guineas, and we bought 10 guineas from a couple over in Kansas. And they said, yeah, just take them home and, pin them up and feed them there for, a couple of weeks. And then you can just turn them out and they'll be fine. They'll know that that's home. So we did that, and I was gone, and Jessica decided she was going to turn them out, which I would have done the same thing. She opened up the pen, turned them out, and they ran straight north of our property there's a subdivision north of here, like a country subdivision on like 5-acre lots. And they ran over there and was just eating ticks left and right over there and bugs, but none.
Not your
And jump on here and try to defend herself. So yeah.
You talking smack about me?
Yep. You let my guineas go and they all got 8. So
Aw.
we ended up hatching out like 8 guineas or something later. And I think 4 or 5 of them made it. And then there's Hunter coming back from weights this morning.
Weights and basketball practice.
Yeah, he had basketball practice. He didn't want to go, but he did. So, but yeah, the guineas that we hatched out, we ended up with 2 of them that actually got to full grown size, and they just roosted with our chickens and stuff with our barred rocks. But man, they were attacking the chickens and just aggressive, very, very aggressive. So I just wasn't going to have that no more. So I ended up shooting the guineas and got rid of them. So
Ours can just
they were
off.
pure. So
They can go wherever they want in the wilderness here if they want.
Yep.
So I'll just let
I
them
just
go.
wanted to jump on and say hi before you shut it down before I got home. So
well, I didn't know if I was going to shut it down yet or not. I know
well, I'm on my way.
before Chris goes live, which she's going to
this
go.
is the first time that Jen's been on. Every time she tries to get on, something goes wrong with the Wi-Fi. It's good to see you.
So Jen, are you in Arkansas? Is that where you're at?
Yes, we are just. AirPod alert. Technical difficulty. Oh, there we go.
So whereabouts in Arkansas are you?
We are just south of the Buffalo National River, so
Okay.
about an hour south of the border. So we go to Springfield all the time.
Chris says, "Eat the guineas."
Eat the guineas.
I hear they're really good. Jessica's uncle actually had some, and he butchered one that was pretty aggressive too. And he ended up killing it and butchering it and ate it and said it was really good. So
I don't know about that. There is a flock of wild guineas in Jasper, and they have signs at the park say Guinea Crossing, and they're really fun to watch.
Oh, it's funny.
So maybe I'll just take mine down there, and
There you go.
if we get sick of them. But
Yeah, they're
we do have ticks.
loud. They're obnoxious. Man, they get the cackling out there, and they're just really, really loud. And like I said, the ones we had were aggressive. So I just wasn't a big. They never attacked us, but they would really go after the chickens. So hey, Danny,
Well,
any days home?
they are going to be little chicks when we get them, so maybe we'll train them real good.
Yeah, hopefully. I say ours were
Yeah.
chicks, and the ones we hatched out, and they were still pretty aggressive, but we didn't handle them or anything, so they were hard to catch. I know that.
My kids are gonna handle these chicks. You can't. It's like, put that chicken down. Oh, hi.
We got
I figured you'd be out picking
fallen
up a chick.
all veterans in here. Good morning, and then Owen Underwood in here this morning. That's my oldest boy. That's a kid in his class, so he comes over quite often and hangs out with us. So he jumped in this morning and says hi. So
Hi. There she goes.
Yeah,
Out
it
to
all.
get the chicks.
So Jen, you guys been getting quite a rain
Alright.
down there where you're at?
We have, and then it was gorgeous this weekend, and then it's gonna rain again, or maybe just thunder. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
It's muggy.
beautiful here this weekend. It was in the 80s, mid 80s and stuff. We actually had a little family gathering here this weekend and had people over and beautiful weather. And then it was nice. What was it? Monday? Yeah, I think Monday was nice. And then yesterday it rained pretty much off and on all day yesterday. We got over about 2.5 inches of rain yesterday, and supposed to rain again this afternoon around 2 or 3 this afternoon. We got a whole nother bout of it coming through. So it's crazy. So
Yep.
Danny says, y'all don't miss my giveaway Tuesday. She's pretty excited. So Danny must be doing hers next Tuesday. So
Danny Days Ahead, Homestead and Ranch.
yeah, hers was I think it's her 250 subscriber giveaway, I think is what she's doing.
Quarter of the way to 1K.
Yep. So
Nice.
and I did post
All right. Well, I should probably put the chicks back in the coop because they're not quite ready to free range. They think they are.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer, you have a great day. I'm glad you were actually able to jump on this time and we could see you.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for having me.
Yep. You have a good one.
Bye. You too.
Yeah. 12 Stones Ranch. Yes, it is her quarter of the way to 1K. So I posted that link again. If anybody else wanted to jump on and say hi, visit, throw a plug in there for your channel, you're welcome to do so. Chuck says good morning to Owen. Yeah, Owen's over here quite a bit. We're pretty fond of him. So yep, she's a cutie. Yep, that's for sure. So I'm glad Jen was actually able to jump on. I know it was a little glitchy on the video, but the sound, the audio was there, which was good. So she's tried to get on a few times before and just has been unable with, I don't know where she's at. The connection just isn't real good, internet service or whatnot, but she was actually able to get on this morning. But yeah, I ended up pruning all of our tomatoes and all that. And then Owen says, fond of you guys too. Hello, Miss Daisy. How are you?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Just sitting here visiting and kind of had an open chat this morning and didn't have a topic to talk about, but
Okay.
ran on. So
Well, I was at Walmart at 6 o'clock this morning waiting on it to open. So
Oh,
I
not a
stayed there for a couple of hours. What now?
is it not a 24-hour Walmart then, I guess?
No, it was. And then when the C word hit or whatever, they cut down the hours. So I figure eventually they'll go back to 24 hours again. But for now, it's
It's
just open from 6 to midnight, I think, or something like that. I don't know because I'm not ever out late. So I don't know how late they open. I just know how early they open.
So I'm
But,
supposed to ask you about your turkey call, Danny.
Oh my gosh. I should have never did that. Why? No.
I must be in the not know category on that. So I guess we're gonna have to know what is this turkey call?
The thing from when I was like much younger, and I haven't even used it until like I said something about it, so it probably sounds horrible. Okay. I always cover my mouth because I feel weird because you have to kind of make your mouth like this. And it looks funny. So I always do like this. Okay. Hold on.
Now, everybody's going to ask Danny about her turkey call from now on.
It's terrible. It's so embarrassing. I didn't come on here to do a turkey call. I came on here because I wanted to tell you guys I have a giveaway next week on Tuesday. It's a quarter of the way to 1K giveaway. So there's a lot of puns in there. I've got a desk full of things over here. I'm so excited. So I'm pretty excited to give it all away. No, I know I only have like 250 subscribers, and I know it's kind of lame that I'm doing a giveaway at 250 subscribers. But the thing is I really truly appreciate the people who've supported me, and so I want to give back, you know. And so I'm pretty excited about it. I tried to get some goodies for a plethora of people, you know, not just the homesteaders, but like the fishermen and the bakers and the whatever, you know, the gardeners and all the things. I tried to, you know, not just do for men or women. I got an assortment of things in there. And so I'm pretty excited about it. I have 25 items to give away, but I'm doing them in bundles. So I'll be doing 12 drawings. So I want people to come see me. And yeah.
Giveaways are always fun. So people,
Well, I've never done one before, so I'm pretty excited about it.
so people like the giveaways and they're fun. I don't know. Did you make it to Tony and Joni's giveaway yesterday? Were you in there yesterday?
I don't think so. Was it late?
It was at 6 o'clock our time, Central Time, last night.
Okay.
They did their 2K giveaway last night, so that was pretty fun. So
No,
I don't-
I don't think I got to
I
make
don't
it.
know how many items they ended up giving away, but it was quite a few. So, and if you've been on their lives before, you've seen where they'll do like these weird things on Amazon, and they'll show them like
Yeah.
things you can get on Amazon. So they had some of those. They had a garden gnome that was belly down, and it was like mooning, like half moon, so half of its behind was showing, and that was one of the items they gave away. And
Did you win anything?
I did. Jessica and I won a set of collapsible measuring cups. So they collapse down. I think those silicone measuring cups or whatnot, and they collapse down into each other. So we won that, and then we donated a couple things to give away on there, which I think both of the things we donated 2 of those sets of knives that we won on Jesse and Lisa's live, those Cuisinart knife sets.
Yeah.
We donated 2 of those to their giveaway yesterday, and both of those are going to Texas. Cody at Hog Deer won one of them, and Nick at Multi Hunter 247 won the other one. So I think he's from Texas. I'm pretty sure. So
Yes.
both
Yes.
of those are going to Texas. So and Jen said
Wow.
she needs some canning accessories. So yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, your
Well,
giveaway.
maybe there'll be something left for people to want by the time my giveaway gets here. It's fun. It was fun shopping for those things though, because I was trying to think practical, but at the same time, something that's not too practical that, you know, somebody wouldn't want an upgrade or something else of, you know, something that people don't have a lot of already, you know, because you don't want to get something so basic that they have 20 of those already, you know.
Or you just give away a freeze dryer, Danny. No, not everybody has one of those.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a freeze dryer myself. Although there's a couple things that I got that I don't have quite advanced of that. And so I was thinking, I really like this. I'm gonna have to get me one of those. But
They are nice. And like I said, if you sign up for that affiliate program, you can kind of start, you know, getting kickbacks even if you don't have one, Danny. You can get kickbacks on it still and put that towards your freeze dryer.
yeah.
They just use your link to buy one.
Jen said Dancing Danny Days homestead and ranch tip. Look, I don't think you were there at my live this yesterday.
I missed it yesterday.
I put up a poll about me changing my name like to just Danny Days or Danny Days Ahead Homestead. We were like, because a lot of people have been calling me Danny Days Ahead,
Uh-huh.
and probably because Lazy Days Ahead, and so I just put up a poll just to see, and the majority of everybody said they wanted it to stay the same, no change. Is that Jess?
It is.
Hi.
I had to go pick Hunter up.
But so she said, somebody said, I don't know, it might have been Jen who said Danny Days Homestead and Ranch. And I was like, ranch? I was like, you must mean like ranch dressing because I don't have no ranch here.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So Danny doing her
I heard. I was
quarter
listening.
away to a 1K giveaway Tuesday.
I was listening.
What time is that on Tuesday, Danny? Is that at your normal?
11 a.m. Yeah,
Okay.
just my normal scheduled live time.
Because you go live every Tuesday after Andale.
Yes.
Yep. So Tuesdays are always
Is it
fun
Chuck?
and jam packed with Chuck at 9 o'clock, and then Andale's at 10, and then Danny's at 11. And I want to say, I know there's some evening ones too. I don't know. If
I don't know
it's-
because Jesse is so busy that he's forgot to send me
he
his
hasn't
list.
sent us his list of lives. And
I don't know
when they
why.
are.
It's like Jesse doesn't even do anything. I don't know that guy has a life. Like
I
he's
know.
always on here. It's crazy.
I know
He's awesome.
Creekside Maples, they do theirs Tuesday evenings at 6 Central Standard Time. So
Jesse's good though. He's gonna contribute to my giveaway as well. So we all know what he gives away. So
yeah,
that'll be in there too.
I'll definitely be there to try to win me some more
Hunter, are you
vanilla.
gonna say hi or just gonna
He just
be
on
the
his
creeper
phone.
in the background?
I was just going downstairs.
You can say hi.
I have a cousin named Hunter. Hi, Hunter.
Miss Danny. She's in Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah. So what does that say? Mitchell
Josh
at
Skinner Farms
Hendricks
and
and
Mitchell.
Family Farms and Skinner Farms will be live Saturday, interviewing a new channel every week. See, I like that.
Ooh.
We need to do more of like planned, having people like featured on our lives. The trouble is, I don't think about our Wednesday live until Tuesday night. It's true. I hate
I thought y'all have done pretty good. Y'all have had a few people on.
We've had a few people. It'd just be
And
nice.
Tony and Joni, and then you had who else have you had on there? You've had
Tony with Kettle Kitchen. Oh, sorry.
Kettle Kitchen, yeah.
We've had Chuck on, I think, and Tony and Joni. We've had
I don't know that we had Chuck.
Bushwhack. Chuck had us on
Yeah, we
his.
went on
Chuck
his.
just jumps on ours quite a bit, so which is nice. Hunter Owen says hi. Then we had Steele over at Bushwhacker Mountain Co. on.
That wasn't we.
That was me.
You.
So
That was not my conversation.
then-
I'd have been like, nothing to say.
Tony at Kettle Kitchen, we got him on here the other day, last week. So, but Josh at Skinner Farms, is that going to be on your channel or is that going to be on Hendrickson's channel? So they're wanting
Danny.
to know where
You've
where
made
the
quite
name
a
comes
crowd
from.
here.
Dancing Danny anyway.
How'd you get the name Dancing Danny?
I think because Steven from Mr. Boots and Bounty keeps putting it out everywhere. Where when I hit 100, I was in his live and I filmed it where he was telling me that I got to 100 and I was cooking in the kitchen and I was dancing because I was so excited.
Dancing Danny and Turkey Call Danny.
And then I danced. Yeah, and then I danced in my salsa challenge video, which I'm just playing around. Every time I've ever danced on the World Wide Web, I've been goofing off. Like, obviously, you wouldn't believe it, but I've actually been to state with dancing and everything. I would say I actually can dance, but I haven't danced in a long time. But I actually did choreograph dance, so but I goof off with it because, I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm getting old. I mean, so might as well have fun with it, right?
You are getting old, just like Jessica.
I
You got
know.
what, 30, early 30s?
Yeah, I'll be 32 this year.
Yeah, Jessica's gonna be. She is 32 this year. She's old too.
I just turned 32. We're not old.
It's coming November. No, when I hit 30, I was just like, oh, it's downhill from here.
Hey, 30 treated me good. It'll be fine.
Hunter says,
It's crazy how we spend all that time trying to be older, and
Jen,
then we get older, and then we're like, okay, press the brakes.
Yeah, it happened. Well, listen, we've got 10 minutes, I think, until Chris goes live, right? Is she going live
she's
at 11?
gonna go live
or 6 minutes?
somewhere's around 11 o'clock.
6
so
minutes. Let me put up that link.
Yep.
I can
So
get it from
everybody remember to go check out Danny's live Tuesday. So she'll be giving stuff away. And then Skinner Farms is going to be live with Hendrickson Family Farm Saturday doing an interview. I'm assuming that it's Skinner interviewing Hendrickson. I'm not sure there, but
if y'all have not subscribed to Garden to Table with Heather Lynn,
she's one away.
hit that subscribe, watch a couple videos, comment, one away. I mean, for crying out loud, all 13 of you in here probably
The
already
strawberry
subscribed, but
queen.
maybe.
So she knows your strawberries.
Happy birthday yesterday, Annette.
Hey, Devin, thank you.
Here, I'm going to send this out. Owen wants to jump up. I know he does. Here you go, Owen. All you, bud. You just gotta click the link. That's it. Show us your
I'll
Click
hop down here so
Oh, you-
Elaine can
Oh,
pop
I'm
up.
going to get Chris's
So Hendrickson says we're interviewing any channel that wants to hop on. Okay. Now is that that's Saturday?
big chicken butt. He said no. You're not coming over next time then, Owen.
Yeah, no more sleepovers for Owen.
Oh, it's not a sleepover, it's a hangout.
Yeah, it's a hangout, sorry.
Sleepovers
were when
are
they
for
were
the
6.
younger kids. Yeah. It's a hangout. Hunter says, hop on, Owen. Hunter was up. Come on.
Little Homestead says by the beach says they need to do a live but in French. Yeah, I'd have to have a translator for that one for sure.
Subtitles.
What's that?
Subtitles in
Yep.
English so that we know what you're saying.
Yes.
Danny Homestead, go back and read the chat. Look for his comment, Skinner Farms.
Okay, let me put my eyes on.
Let me put my eyes on. Let's
12 Stones Ranch says he was her 150th subscriber.
Woohoo!
Now she's at 150.
Oh, Skinner Farm said he made up the name Dancing Danny. Oh, that's why he was like, where did you get the name Dancing Danny anyway?
All
well,
right.
that makes sense. Then you started that. Might want to go ahead and copyright it then.
She said,
Okay, I just posted Chris and Larry's link. Make sure y'all, when you leave our live, you go right there.
Yep,
Don't go
she'll
anywhere
be-
else. If
she'll
Hunter
be up
hops on,
shortly.
I will. Hunter already did. Come on, Hunter, get up here. Make Owen show his little face.
We got he's coming, Owen. You're gonna have to jump on the link.
We
here.
got to get Blake up here. We've
yeah.
pumped Blake out, and oh my gosh, he's the cutest little guy with his YouTube channel. And he had Wyatt on the other day. It's so cute. It's so funny.
There's the link, Owen. Click it and follow the stuff.
You just got to press the link.
Hunter's on here. Fallen Arkansas veteran says he just reached 200 a couple of days ago.
Congratulations.
Awesome. It is. It's been a struggle. When we hit 600 subscribers, it was like they've been just very, very slow going now. I think we're at 670 now, but it's taken some time to get there after we hit 600. So it's 1,000 might not happen for a while.
Well, Blake has 18 subscribers. So if all 14 people in this live chat subscribes to the link I just posted that doesn't say the name, that's Blake Pierce. You won't regret it. He's
Blake
adorable.
Pierce, Farmer Kid.
If everybody subscribes to his channel, we could at least get him to 30. Not 30. I'm sorry.
Skinner says they just hit over 700. Takes forever. And then Devin over at Our New Land says they just went over 300 a few minutes ago.
Wow,
What kind of
congratulations.
content is he doing, Jess?
Huh?
What kind of content is he doing?
A lot of
He's
it's chores.
It's
Yep.
his chores.
A lot of it's him doing his chores and
He's
stuff
adorable.
around the farm. So
And him and Wyatt did a video. Wyatt stayed the night over there the other night, and so they videoed their chores. Oh, and you're making a lot
on,
of
Owen,
yourself,
hop
bud. Wyatt stayed the night over there, and so they videoed Wyatt helping him with chores, and it's hilarious. It really is cute.
Did he post it yet?
Yeah, it's so cute.
I'll let my daughter sub to him. If it's clean and everything, it's a kid. He's a kid, right?
yeah,
He's only got a few videos. He's
so he's
like
10 years
10 years
old.
old.
It better be cleaner. I'm gonna go talk to his mom.
Yeah.
It's
My daughter's 11, so
Okay. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's
I'm
just
gonna encourage her. See, watch this little boy do his chores. You need to be getting on it.
4-H, and so he talks about what they look for in their show pigs and stuff like that. It's really cute.
he
But-
just turned on his comments and stuff too because he didn't realize that they weren't on. So now you can actually comment on his
We're gonna have to go
Yeah.
though. Chris is going live in 1 minute.
yeah. So
Thank y'all for
Owen,
having me
you little
in.
scaredy chicken.
You weaseled your way out of that, Owen. Good to
So,
see you though, Danny.
Danny, it was nice seeing you, and we will see you Tuesday. If we don't see you
All right.
somewhere else before then, I'm sure we'll catch you in a live somewhere. I'm sure. So, but
All right.
y'all have a good day, and we will see y'all later. We'll hopefully see you over at Chris's live. So,
That's where we're headed.
see you,
There.
Danny.
I got a little bit of free time.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, chicken.
Oh, you got all those.